I'm Amos Alexander Burns, and I am the writer and director of a film called Fated. The main character, Steven, he's a pretty lonely guy and just wanted to be in a relationship, and essentially he has to decide what is more important, being single and lonely but more or less happy, or being in a relationship that's just not right for him and he's completely miserable. There's actually a lot of symbolism in Fated, just all throughout it. Essentially, because he's trapped, we made it so that the vertical blinds looked like jail bars. And it really, really created a cool effect and feel for the film. Also, there's like a lot of symbolism about like faith and turning away from your beliefs for the sake of someone else, and ultimately like knowing who you are and that's a part of you, and that you shouldn't let go of that just to be with somebody else. I think that it's a film that everyone can actually relate to. I think most people have been in some sort of relationship that just wasn't healthy for them, and ultimately they have to decide what is best for them.
My deal, Pamela, is that you look like shit, and I spend all this time teaching you how to put on your makeup properly. We must always have our best face on.
Proof. He has pictures of dead people in his bag. Who is this, you ask? Well, it's none other than Maxwell the morgue freak.
Hey,
why weren't you at the reception, Carl?
Why?
I
just couldn't handle it.
You were supposed to be there. You know, it's expected of a son to stand by his family.
It's expected of a son? You've been gone for 5 years, and you just show up at Mom's funeral?
You just couldn't put that aside for our mother's funeral?
God! Yeah. You got it again.
No, see, there is no God. There are no rules. I'm the one that punishes you.
Lily! You get back here! Get back here when your father's talking to you! No! No, don't even think about closing that door! You are so in for it now! Open this door! Damn it, open this door! Lilybug, please, open the door. Open the goddamn door!
But don't just take the easy way out.
Easy way? What easy way? There's no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
It's not.
What do you want?
Henry, wake up.
I think they come from angel lights on their mother's chest.
Wearing their clothes makes me feel closer to them.
So you're not a fruit?
Nah, I'm all man. I haven't fought in WW2. Of course, I was wearing ladies' undergarments under my uniform.
So you're saying you had some memories of this? So he returned from the rectory, and now you're asking me?
You may not have experienced the shit that I did, but man, you loved hearing about it. You're afraid to be alive, Pat. You're afraid to live. You're a hypocrite. You're a conformist. You're a liar. I opened up to you and you judged me. You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
Stone, Ohio, Shaker Heights at 1356 Locust.
You can go near them, you crazy bitch.
Don't make me call my guys in. You may need the shit kicked out of you, but not in here. I just mocked.
You're really gonna come in here and judge me for flirting with somebody after you've been fucking my husband for how many years?
You don't have any fucking clue what's going on.
I got a ring on my finger. We've got a child together.
He doesn't love you, Rosalind. He loves me. You know it, I know it, and he knows it.
You broke one of God's biggest laws. Thou shalt not covet thy brother's wife.
What does covet mean?
It means fuck. You know what that means? You know what they call it? Sodomy.
No.
Oh yeah, sodomy. Boy, I hate to be in your shoes right now. It says so right there in the Bible. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not fuck thy brother's wife. Thou shalt not covet thy brother's sheep. Thou shalt not covet thy brother's ox.
Well, I wouldn't fuck my brother's ox.
No!
You know, want to hear something about destiny? My husband hadn't gone on that diet, which caused me to leave him, would have never been on that flight to Miami where I ended up meeting Rick and having sex with him in the bathroom of a 727 with one of those knobs that slides that says vacant occupied. Vacant occupied.
Who was the one who flew in here at 3 in the morning on their stupid helicopter and woke up Skylar?
Oh,
That was
Skylar.
you.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
Does it even matter to you that I just had that driving range sodded with Bermuda grass, Jordan, and now you fucking wrecked it?
Oh my god, Bermuda grass.
No, you didn't research the whole thing and deal with the fucking golf course people.
Oh my god, you had to deal with the golf course people too? What a Greek tragedy, honey. Oh my god, you probably had to pay them in cash with your hands. What a fucking burden. And do some actual work besides swiping my fucking credit card all day. Because I can't keep up with your professions, honey. Last month you were a wine connoisseur, now you're an aspiring landscape architect. Let me get that right?
Buscándome en todas las mujeres.
Eso no es verdad, María. No es verdad. Tengo un oído con una mujer, una americana. ¿Así? Eso no es verdad.
Me da igual, da igual. Tú siempre intentarás duplicar lo que tuviste conmigo. Y tú lo sabes.
Please. In this house, speak English.
No me hables así. Why?
Why in the...
Why are you getting so
Why in
angry
the
at
world?
me? Why are you getting so angry?
Why in the world?
Did you try to kill yourself? I mean, what stupid idea crossed your mind? For Christ's sakes!
I don't know. We can just be friends.
I only have sex with guys for money.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder where he takes people. Is there a heaven? I mean, the fact that he's sitting here in front of me just gives me a little bit of hope that there's something after death.
No, I don't want to kill you. No, what would I do without you? See, you complete me.
You're garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them, you're not. Even if you'd like to be. They just call you a freak. Like me. And they just need you right now. You see, when they don't need you, they'll cast you out. Like a leper.
These students have come from the inner cities of Southern California, committing to provide service work to the Sierra Mountains. Peter, Juan, Lupe. All endure tough neighborhoods at home, with young people drawn into the local gang activity.
And then my first script was Hotel Rwanda. But, you know, when I got to film school and I got to NYU, they said, we've done a survey, 95% of our students aren't working in the film business. Pick one of 3 tracks. You can either go into editing, camera, or producing as a way to support yourself, because once you graduate and the loans come due and you gotta feed yourself, it's gonna be hard. So I worked in New York City for years as an editor. I worked for Ken Burns, who did a lot of these 8-part PBS series.
I mean, I started Saddleback. I took a film class with Charlie, and at that point I had no idea what I was doing, no idea what I wanted to do, and I was like, whatever, I'll take this film class. Sounds fun, and that just completely ignited a passion. After that class, I realized, like, this is what I want to do. And so I've been running with that ever since. So it was, for me, take every film class that I possibly could. I even went over to Maria's classes to kind of get the opposite side of that and be in front of the camera and see what that experience was like. And then from there, it was just any job that I can get. I was taking free work, just doing anything I could for experience to kind of get my foot in the door and try to find that job.
And slowly, the movies got better, and the work got more interesting, and so I've gotten to work with a lot of really great directors, and I was working as an apprentice editor and assistant editor, and that's where I worked with Milos Forman and Michael Mann and Judd Apatow and Adam McKay and Jodie Foster and Danny DeVito, and just a lot of really great people I was really lucky to work with.
I had my boss, who was the director and the producers, and you just have to buckle under for those years that you're under a lot of stress until you can get to the end of it and kind of rest on your laurels, as I would say. But it is a very, very interesting and fun business. You just have to be willing to stand on your feet for 16 to 20 hours a day and go to bed at 12 at night and get up at 4 in the morning to be on set in the morning.
In both instances, had like the most fun ever making these movies. We had issues making them, things like President Obama deciding to come to town and cutting short a film shooting day that we had, but we still got these movies made, and they turned out pretty well.
I attended film classes here with Don. I think we met in our introductory class and kind of followed all the way through, and because Don and I were slightly older than the rest of the kids, we kind of were in a group with 4 other older guys kind of first, and they just kept falling by the wayside. One had a little drinking issue, one had an emotional issue, one just had prerequisite issues, so it ended up just being me and him.